Hello again, welcome to Pedals to Pistons. It's currently Easter holidays, I'm on a week off, and guess what, it started raining. So we've had some fresh haircuts, my lad's indoors. What else is there to do? FTP test. Let's see how good commuting really is for the body. So for the last 3 and a bit months I've been commuting every day. I've actually been commuting since September, but my FTP test was in December. So FTP was 244. Now we're going to see today if it's any better. I've been feeling better on the bike. I've been getting between 80 and 140 miles a week. Absolutely buzzing with that. Went out for a ride on Friday. Just felt comfortable. And Saturday morning did a ride into Cornwall. Again, felt comfortable. I think there was something like 47 PRs. So the commute is starting to pay off, but I've just thought, well, there's nothing else to do today. Just put myself through the ringer and see what happens. So I'm going to film the test. I know tests are pretty boring. What I'll do is I'll speed it up for the whole duration. But let's see what I come out as. Hopefully I've got an improvement. If I haven't, I'm obviously doing something wrong. Anyway, time for a bit of pain. So I'm warmed up. I'm ready to rock. Let's see if the next 20 minutes hurt. I imagine they will. I'll see you on the other side. Go. halfway. Huh. Oh, come on. Whew. Just over 3.5 minutes. Under, sorry. The FTP test is done, and yes, there was an increase, which is class. So it's gone up to 267 watts, which is a 23 watt improvement. Now, I did manage to do my best wattage as an average over the 20 minutes, which was actually come out at 281 watts, which came about by having my watch connected and then that pulling into Strava, which was class. So the commuting's definitely paying off. It'd be interesting to see what another 3 months will do, especially as I have the Sportives coming up with a couple of 100-milers, and then we're going to do the 200-mile weekend. Certainly seeing the benefits as well. Last Saturday, as I mentioned, I got 47 PBs whilst out on a route that had about 3,000 feet of climbing and just under 1,000 meters. About 32 miles, 33 miles around the Cornish coast. I'll pop a little video up now, as you can see in the corner. Absolutely stunning. It was windy. A friend and I got out nice and early. Left the top of Plymouth about 6 o'clock. Got the ferry across to Tall Point and then up and round. Caught the ferry back just in time to a bit more climbing to get coffee. What I have noticed is I'm starting to enjoy cycling an awful lot more. The commuting can be a drain sometimes, especially when the weather is awful, but it's paying off dividends at weekends when I'm getting out for coffee rides. I'm feeling a lot stronger, a lot faster, able to hold a conversation going up hills, etc. Even though my friend did make a joke that I was pedaling the wrong direction, but he's really strong on hills, so never mind. And then as we were coming home on Saturday, it was up and out of the saddle to chase down a cyclist in front of us, which when the old red missile guidance locked on and you just need to get out of the chair. So really happy with the FTP. I was doing it with the Doom soundtrack from Doom the computer game playing, which is a bit metally, so it's certainly a bit very angry, and as you can see just towards the end of the ride I'm proper hanging out. Anyway, look forward to making some more videos over the coming months. I'm going to be investing in a gravel bike, which will switch things up from the mountain bike, which would be nice. So the mountain bike is going to my son. He's also being donated a road bike, so there's going to be some more father and son adventures on the mountain bikes and on the road bike. And then literally the first 100 milers in 2 weeks time. So my goal for that 100 miler, say, is to finish under 7 hours. Now the gold time is 6 hours 44. I'd love to get a gold time, so 6 hours 44 is, or less than, is my goal time for this 100 miler. It's around Somerset, so it's relatively flat. There's a few cheeky climbs, and it's in 10 days time, so a week from Easter Sunday. I'm using this week off work as a bit of a chance to rest and recuperate. I know I should be tapering next week, but I'll be doing some riding next week. Probably keep the mileage to around about 60 miles, but this week I'm actually enjoying the rest. Took my son to the gym for the first time yesterday, and it's just about recovery. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like, a follow and subscribe, and I'll catch up on the next one, which will probably be motorbike based. Have a good day.